How can I tell my wife, especially when my girlfriend is my sister-in-law? Now, I think this is the most confusing confession I've ever read online. So it starts off with someone asking for some advice because they got their girlfriend pregnant, but they don't know how to tell their wife. Now, this is already quite unusual, but probably not that uncommon. There's a lot of people who are married and kind of cheat behind the scenes. But it gets a whole lot more confusing. So he goes on to say, how can I tell my wife, especially when my girlfriend is my sister-in-law? So he goes on to say that he got married to his first cousin a few years ago, and she doesn't know that his girlfriend is her own sister. And what makes things more complicated is that his girlfriend's husband is his wife's ex-boyfriend, and his sister-in-law was his ex-wife. And he goes on to say that it's even more complicated because he's got feelings for his girlfriend's husband, who is his manager at the office that he works at. Now, there's so much to unpack from this, but if you're trying to work out how this all works, I've done a family tree to show you exactly what's going on. Now, I've given everybody names to make it easier to understand. So Dave's auntie and uncle had 2 daughters. Let's call them Sally and Barbara. Now, Sally is married to Dave, and Sally is Dave's first cousin. Now, Dave's girlfriend, called Barbara, is Sally's sister. Barbara's husband, Steve, was Sally's ex-boyfriend, and Dave has feelings for Steve, who is his manager at the office that he works at. Now, what makes this even more complicated is that if Dave and Barbara had a child, and they had a daughter, for example, it would be both Dave's daughter and niece and first cousin once removed. So I hope that explains exactly what's going on here.